Hey guys, here's the first voiceover of my road to nationals. In these first couple of clips, I'll be doing some log pressing. If I remember correctly from this clip, the first one is 94 kilograms for a set of three. Then I do two backups, only one filmed, of 77 kilograms just to get some volume and basically a little bit more of cardiovascular work. Simply to increase the amount of work capacity that I actually have, because that can be sometimes a little problematic when we're talking about doing log pressing, for me especially. For some people, they may not have this issue, others will. At this current time, I'm not training specifically towards nationals, as I have one other competition coming up before, well, nationals. I actually have a few before that. I have a competition in February, which is a log press and deadlift competition only. So this is actually the reason why, in the current training phase, I have such a huge focus on log press and deadlift. So after my sets of log presses, I will actually be hopping straight into doing some log cleans. And this is simply because my log clean technique has been a bit lacking, to say bluntly. I'm not the best log cleaner. It needs a lot of work. One big issue I have when it comes to log clean, aside from some technical issues, is simply the lack of strength to actually clean it. So I can get towards the top, and if I don't make the little jump, as you may notice I tend to do, then I will simply not be able to get the log all the way up. And this is the reason why I'm doing the log cleans, because I'm training that specific part. If we want to be able to be good at something or be efficient at something, then we have to practice it. So I put it in after my pressing part with the log, because one of the most important parts is the pressing. So I need to practice that first. And the cleaning part is actually, I would say, one of the harder things purely neurologically. So that's why I do it after instead of doing it first. After that, I followed it up with some narrow incline bench press. The reason for this is because in terms of all types of accessory work, I have found the thing that have simply worked the best has been a narrow incline bench press. And the reason for this is simply because the position that you get to be in gets to mimic the position that you are or will be in when you're doing a log press. So once that is done, I will move into some smaller assistance work. The first following exercises is an exercise I have lovingly called the Jesus race. Basically because you are lifting your arms out in a way that will make it look like you're basically hung on a cross, like Jesus. This is why I've called them this. I do these instead of regular lat races because it just simply feels better. Now onto some overhead tricep work. I have been slowly trying to work up towards some volume and get my triceps a little bit stronger and healthier, because I have had some elbow problems, and currently right now it feels a lot better than it did a couple of months ago. So this is why I do this particular part, because one issue I found were if I got my arms really far back, so in a really stretched position, it would actually hurt a little bit in the elbow, specifically where the triceps attach. So my reasoning were that I need to train this particular part, simply because that's the part where I get to have pain. So I actually need to strengthen that particular area. And that theory has actually paid off. It has gotten a lot better now compared to what it used to be. I hardly have any pain at this point. So it has really worked and really paid off. And after some tricep work, I obviously also do some high pulls, simply because this is one of the things that gets to work your traps and your rear delts really well. Bye.